Hey guys, Daniel here for the first week's discussion. So this week we're talking about technology and how it will impact sports and how we view those in the future. I think we've already seen a pretty significant impact with the mainly just the amount of access that we have and what we can do to get the sports and the footage and the features that we want to see and connect to. There's really just so much more the viewer now can do, and I think that's sort of where the impact is. And we've seen it already how it affects lower attendance, prices, tickets are lower in cost now, and I think it's just mainly the access that people have to those sports. Where if you're not there in the seat in the stadium, you still have just as much information, and uh, honestly, probably sometimes you have more when you're actually sitting at home. There's different kind of deals with I know cable channels. They can have where there might be four different channels that focus on the same ball game, and you can select which view you want, which kind of commentators you want. So obviously, those packages on their own are a little bit more upfront, but once you have that, you've got access to either the entire season or the entire sport, whichever you've selected for that. And also, I think there's another move now that even cable itself is not as necessary, I guess. You've got the things with the Fire Sticks or the Roku sticks, where really there's an app already preloaded on all those that you can watch almost any kind of sports you want. Within ESPN has their apps, Fox Sports has their apps. A couple of summer ago, when the Olympics were on, NBC created their own app just to show every Olympics event, even those that weren't on live TV at the time. So I think fans now can sit at home and can see really anything they want to see, even if they go to the stadium. They don't have to try to beat the crowds. They don't have to pay outrageous concessions prices. They don't have to be in the freezing cold or the sweltering heat. They can be in their own environment and have friends over, do whatever. So I think that's what's really impacted it. And because of that, because of the ease of access that people have through those channels of either cable TV or a streaming device, I think putting it back to our lessons from this week, is sort of basic supply and demand, where it's less amount of people are going to go to those games now. There's more empty seats. The organization, the franchise, whoever's trying to sell those seats, they can't. If you're only half full, you can't put it the same price on it as you would probably like. I mean, you've got to put discounts out there. You've got to put promotions out there to try to get people in, because even though the seat right behind the dugout might be $100 seat, if nobody's sitting in it, you at least want to sell it for 50 or 60, get something out of it. And back to the different devices to watch. You could go on tonight without any kind of cable subscription or anything. You could just pull up YouTube and you could watch the World Series. That's one of the biggest sporting events there are. So I think in today's world, the advancement of technology has just given people so many different avenues of access to the sports. I think that's what's really made the biggest impact.